One more time, good morning for all of you. And we're going to start reviewing the area and the perimeter right now. So I'm going to share my screen so that all of you can see what I'm talking about. For the ones that they already attend this lesson previously, we talked about the area and the perimeter only for two shapes, either the square or the rectangle. We didn't talk about the triangle or the circle or the parallelogram or the other polygons. We only talked about these two. And we're going to continue to talk about these two. We're just going to revise. How do we find the area? With the three levels of question, either find the area directly or find a missing side, or sometimes I can give you compound shape later on. And the other question for the perimeter, the same, either find the perimeter or find the missing side. But in the area, before I even start with these two levels, finding the missing side or finding the area itself, we want to estimate the area. So that's why I put level 1, 2, and 3. Estimating first, then we can go with the rules. So let's start first of all with the estimating part. If I have a shape that is drawn in front of me, I told you the best shape that can actually count the area. Yes, yeah, Mu'taz. You can write on the chat, Mu'taz, if you have any question. I'm going to change it only to host only. Mu'taz, if you have a question, please write it here. Yeah, thank you, Mu'taz. You want to answer. But before you answer, I just want to revise you with what do we mean by that. If I want to find the area, I simply count the number of squares. For now, let's hear Mu'taz. And you can all raise your hand. The yellow one. What is the area of the letter E, ya Mu'taz?
We have to count the squares.
We have to count the squares. So let's start counting. I'm just going to label them with a dot. So this one is what?
1,
Then
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
So the area here is what? 14.
14 square.
If they gave you the unit, you're going to say centimeter squared or meter squared or kilometer squared or whatever you want, according to the unit. But because they didn't mention the unit, we're just going to say what? 14. Now do not tell me in the chat that you want to answer. I'm going to pick from the ones that they raised their hand. Yara now, not Muhammad. Yara. The green one, not the gray, the green.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So the area for this one is what?
13.
Thank you very much, Yara. Now, next one, Omar. Omar, I want you to do Omar Zaidan. I want you to do the blue one.
The blue one,
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So the area here is 11. Now, what about, let's move down. Zaid Jum'a. Zaid, I want you to do now the gray.
Yes, teacher.
The gray one you need to do.
1,
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And these?
Half, 1.
1, so?
1.5.
10. And here, this one, we can assume it's a half?
Yes.
So it's actually how much?
10.5.
10.5. Now, Zaid, he said that they could be a half. Some students, they might say that it's a 3/4. So it depends on you, because this is estimation at the end. So the estimation will not give you an accurate answer. It will give you an estimated answer, near to the accurate answer. Now let's start with Jude al-Asmar. Jude, you have the orange.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18.
Excellent job. She started counting by threes. This is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Thank you very much. For this is 18. This is how we estimate. So the estimation, we actually count. If the ship is not all of it covered, simply I just round it to the nearest fraction that I know. Now let's start finding the actual area. If I want to find the actual area, the area for the rectangle, we mentioned previously that it's the length times the width. So you just need to multiply the length by the width. If the numbers are big for you and you can't deal with them, then what you're going to do, you're going to put them above each other and multiply. Yes, Yalayan, we should write the units. But before, in the previous question, we didn't write the unit because we didn't have a unit. So we just say square, 13 square, 14 square. But right now, because we actually have a unit, we're going to write it, okay? Now, let's start with Layan. What is the area for the rectangle?
It's 130.
Excellent. How did you know?
We multiply them together.
We multiply them together. Always get used to that. Write the rule before you start so that you don't forget it. You write length by width, then you do the calculation. So it's actually 130. But what's the unit, Yalayan?
It's meter.
Meter or meter squared?
Oh, meter squared.
Thank you very much, because this is an area. Remember, the area is in meter squared. The perimeter is in meter. So this one is in meter squared. Let's move to the next question. This question, معروف.
Yes, miss.
What is the area? What is the rule for area?
Area is length times width.
Length by width. So what you're going to multiply?
You're gonna multiply 9 by 7.
And the answer will be what? 63 centimeter or centimeter squared, ya معروف?
Centimeter square.
Excellent job, centimeter squared. Thank you very much, ya معروف. Now also you need to focus or to look at the units that they are actually the same. Here it's centimeter and here it's centimeter. Remember, I cannot start if they are different. Here I can do it right away because they are not they are the same. If they are not, I cannot do it. Now let's move to the next question. Yes, ya Malak. I know that all of you want to answer.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, ya Malak. What's the area here?
Length times width.
Yes, then you're going to multiply what?
12 by 8.
And the answer is going to be 96. What's the unit?
Meter squared.
Excellent job, meter squared. Thank you very much. And also here I do have the same unit. Now, let's move. 1 minute. To the next question. Here is the next level, the last level here. What if I gave you the area and I want you to find either the length or the width? What will you do in this case? First of all, you write the formula in front of you, put all of the information, then do it backward. Let's hear Noor.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
We divide 23 by 7, which equals 3.
We don't have 23, we have 28.
28 divided by 7.
Yes, but first of all, you should write the formula. which is written. Then under the formula, you should write the information that are mentioned. So this is 28 equals 7 times a missing number. So as she mentioned, she just need to what? Because there
Find
is
the missing.
letter X, you're going to divide. So what's the answer? 28 divided by 7.
Yes.
What is the answer for that, Yanur?
3.
3 or 4?
4.
Thank you. What's the unit now?
Millimeter.
Excellent, millimeter, because this is a length, it's not an area anymore. So the answer will be 4 millimeter. Now let's hear someone else. This is a question. And let's go down to Noor al-Quda. Where is Noor al-Quda? Okay, other than Noor al-Quda. Rands. Rand, I'm trying to unmute you. Rand. Okay, Ghadir then.
Yes, teacher.
Ghadir, yes. What we're going to do right now?
Divide 28.8 by 9.
So first of all, before you do that, just write the information. 28.8 is actually equals 9 times a number. Then we're going to divide. Can you do it right away or shall we do long division?
It's 3.2
It's a 3.
meter.
Thank you very much. So x equals 3.2. Is there any one of you want me to do the long division? Write on the chat if you do. Okay, I'm going to do the long division then. Now, in the long division, you're going to put the 28.8 divided by 9. Then you ask yourself, how many 9 are there in 28? You're going to say 3. 3 by 9 is 27. You subtract, the 1 will go down. Once you reach the decimal, you're going to bring it up. Don't forget about that. Then you bring down the 8. How many 9 are there in 8? That's 2. And 8 times 9, that's 18, and we're done. Okay? Let's move to the next question. In this question, the ones that they answered, please put your hands down so that the ones that they didn't answer can answer. Now, Masa. Omar, put your hand down. Mu'taz, put your hand down. You already answered. Where are you, ya Masa? Yes, ya Masa.
Yes, teacher.
What you're going to do, this is a square, ya Masa. It's not a rectangle, and I didn't give you any length or any width.
49 divided by 4.
You cannot do that. That's an area. But what do you know about the square, ya Masa? That the length
It has equal sides.
equal, yeah, thank you. So what is the number that you multiplied by itself give you 49?
Like something divided by 4 give me 49.
No, what's the number you multiplied by itself? It will give you 49. Check the numbers, 3 by 3. What's the answer?
6.
It's 9.
9, I mean, sorry.
It's 16. 5 by 5.
25.
So what's the number I multiplied by itself? Give me 49. Remember
7.
square numbers, excellent, 7. The square numbers,
Yes.
1 is 7. And remember, I told you this is why we call them square numbers. Because we multiply them by each other, it will give me 49, and it's the area of a square. Now let's move to someone else. Please put your hand down now, ya Masa. The ones that they didn't answer, keep them up. The ones that they did answer, put them down. Now, Muhammad, not Yara. Yara, she answered. Yes, ya Muhammad, this is a square again. What's the length?
6.
Excellent. How did you know?
Because 6 multiplied by 6 equals 10.
Excellent job. So I want to ask myself, what's the number that I multiply it by itself will give me 36? And the square numbers will help you with that. Thank you now, ya Muhammad and Yara. You can put your hand down. Let's move to the next question or the next level. What about if we're talking about a perimeter? We're done with the area right now. The area is the length by the width. The area, we're counting the number of squares. But the perimeter, we're measuring the length of the sides. So what I need to do is to add the sides, not what's inside. Did it make sense? What did I just say? We need to measure the side, not what's inside. So this side and this one here, and this one here, and this one here. I want to add them all. We also know that in the rectangle, the opposite sides are equal. So if this one is 13, this one should also be what? 13. If this one is 10, this also should be what? 10. So now let's hear Jad. Jad, what's the area? What's the perimeter actually, sorry?
13 times 2 equal
26.
6
Plus
20 equal 46.
Equals 46. So what did he actually do is that he multiplied the length by 2, 2 times 13, and the width by 2, and then he add them up. Thank you very much, Yajad. This is a direct question. Now, let's hear someone else. Unless you have a question before I continue. In the chat, write if you have a question. Okay, now let's go to Amir. Amir Bakr. 1 minute here, Amir, let me move to the question. Amir, where are you? Amir? Okay, Amir is not here anymore. Let's hear Juri. Yes, hear Juri now.
Yes.
Now, how can you find the perimeter? First of all, figure out the missing sides. If this one is 9, the opposite will also be what?
9 times 2.
9 times 2, excellent.
10 times 2.
Which is, 9 times 2 is what?
18. 7 times 2 is 14.
Now let's add them. The answer is going to be what? 4 plus 8, that's 12. You can put here 2 and 1 in the hand.
32.
32. What's the unit, yeah, Juri?
32 centimeters.
Excellent job, centimeter, because this is a perimeter, it's not an area. Excellent job. Now, let's hear Muhammad Mansour, but 1 minute, ya Muhammad, till I move to the next question. Yes, ya Muhammad. This is, ya Muhammad, a square. Do you have to say 2 times the length and 2 times the width, ya Muhammad?
No.
You can just say what? Perimeter equals what?
Perimeter equals. Add all of these sides of the square.
Or you can just simply say 4 times 9. Isn't that right? Because all of them are equal. So what is 4 times 9?
36.
36. What's the unit, ya Muhammad?
Meter, 36 meter.
Excellent job. 36 meter, not meter squared. Thank you very much. Now, Zaid Qrea, the next question. But 1 minute, ya Zaid. If ya Zaid right now, Amir, I want you to raise your hand again.
Yes, teacher.
If right now I want you to figure out the missing side, is it easier to do it mentally or to follow the rule at the beginning? Shouldn't we follow the rule at the beginning?
Yes.
Okay, so what will I replace the parameter with? Which number?
Yes, yes, teacher.
Okay. With what you're going to replace the parameter?
30.
30. So this one I'm going to write 30.
30 centimeters.
2 times the length. 2 times 9 is equal to what?
18.
18. Plus, do you have any idea about the
18.
width? Do you know what's the width?
No.
No, so I'm going to keep it. Now, what
No.
you need to do now? 2 times the width is actually equal to what? What you're going to do with these two numbers? The 30 and the 18. Shouldn't you subtract them to get what is 2 times?
Minus.
Excellent, minus. So 30 minus 18 is actually equal to what?
12.
Excellent job.
12.
12. So what is the number that you multiplied by 2 give you 12?
6.
Excellent job. So your width is actually what? 6. So this one is 6. This one is 6. If you want to double check your answer, what you're going to do? If you want to check
Add them.
Excellent. The answer should be what, Yazid? If I add them?
30.
Excellent job.
30.
So this is how I check my answer. If you thought that your answer is wrong and you don't know whether it's correct or not, just check it by adding them up. Now, let's move to the next one. 1 minute, I will see what did you write on the chat. Let me see if, before I pick one to answer. Thank you, Yamaya. Can you explain for me the last slide? I will explain it here, Ya Omar. Okay? Now, I don't want any one of you to answer. I just want to explain how do I get the parameter for a missing side for a parameter. First of all, you need to have the rule in front of you. Okay? Thank you, Ya Jad. So this is the rule, Ya Omar. And for the ones that they don't get it yet. This is the rule that you're going to follow it. Now, before you start following it, you need to fill the information. The perimeter is actually 21. The length is 8, so I'm going to say 2 times 8. But the width, I have no idea about it, so I'm going to keep it empty, or just putting a box like this. Now figure out the information that you have then. 21 is actually 16 plus something. How do you get this missing number here? What is the opposite of addition to find the missing number? We used to do it in grade 2 and grade 4. We actually, yes, we subtract. So this is a 21 minus 16. The answer will be 5. But this 5, I'm going to put it in the box. It's not the width alone, it's 2 times the width. So it's double the amount. So how can you get your width? Shouldn't you divide by 2? So the width equal, sorry for the writing, the way it's written, 5 divided by 2. What's the half of 5? It's 2.5. Is it clear now, Ya Omar? Omar, can you please write on the chat whether it's clear or not? Thank you for the answer, Jad and Zaina and Rayan. Yes, it is correct, it's 2.5. Omar, I'm still waiting for you to tell me whether you understood it or not. Okay, let me hear what part you didn't understand. Raise your hand then, Ya Omar. Where is Omar? Yes, yeah, Omar. Which part you didn't get?
That why we divided the 5 by 2.
Because this is 2 times the length. You have 2 lengths, you need to add them. Isn't that right? Length, sorry, or 2 widths, 2 widths. Width 1 plus width 2. When you want to find the perimeter, yeah, Omar, مش you add this one 2.5 plus this one 2.5, so you don't have only one number.
Oh,
So
yes.
you said that this one is 5, that means that this one is also 5. So add them. Will that actually give you 21? If this one is 8, this one is 8. 8 plus 8, that's 16. 5 plus 5, that's 10. When you add them, it's 26. Is it as they mentioned, 21?
No.
So did you get why did we divide by 2?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for understanding. Now, can we add length and width then multiply by 2? Of course you can do that. But when we're having a missing side, it will be complicated, ya Mu'taz. So this is easier. If you want to just find the perimeter, what you said is easier. It depends on the question, okay? So let's hear Amir now. Yes, yeah, Amir.
Yes, teacher.
I want you to figure out for me the side, but this is a square. It's not a rectangle. So what do you know about the square, ya Amir?
All sides are equal.
Excellent job. So 28 will be actually equal to what? Is it 2 times the length or 4 times the length?
4 times the length.
So what will you do now?
7 times 4 equal 28.
If the numbers are big, what is the operation? You actually did what?
28 divided by 4.
Excellent job. So we actually did division. So he said 4 times the length, we just divide 28 by 4, and the answer, as Amir mentioned, it's 7. What's the unit, ya Amir?
Meter.
Excellent job. Thank you very much, ya Amir. Now, till now, any question? So far, so good. Everything is clear? If that's the case, we're done with our lesson, and you can solve from the booklet, page 6. It's for this material. So we do 8 times 2, 16. Yes, exactly. We minus 16 from, then we divide. Yeah, exactly, yeah, Adnan. Thank you very much. You can all leave. Noor, what's your question? The ones that they are done, they can leave. Noor, you can 1 minute so that I can unmute you to say your question. Raise your hand, ya Noor, yes. What's your question, ya Noor?
We saw the booklet. Should we send you the booklet?
No, don't send me. We have an answer key at the end of it.
Okay,
just
bye.
check it. But if you have a question regarding it, ask me about it next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Miss. Edima, yes, you guessed from the school. Just tell them I want the math booklets for the empowerment lesson, for the lessons that we're taking them right now. They are in the reception. Good for you, Masa. So all of you, if you want anything, just send me the questions next time. Goodbye, everyone, and I'm going to end the lesson right now. I will stop the sharing, and I will end it now. Goodbye. Have a nice day.